Hello folks, it's Luke from GAK at NAMM with Paul Hindmarsh from Line 6, who's going to give us a quick look at the amazing new AMPLIFi that they've got coming out.
Okay, yeah, well, it's an exciting time for us. It is the guitar amp reinvented.
Yeah.
So, what we have here is a lot of different things in one box. Now, the most important thing here is that what we wanted to do was create an amplifier that wouldn't look out of place in the front room, that was going to sound great, and that was going to basically get the maximum amount out of your practice time. So, first and foremost, what we have is a high-performance guitar amplifier. We have familiar controls on the top, so you've got your drive, your bass, your middle, your treble, and you've got 4 different sounds there programmed straight out of the factory. At the front of the amplifier, we have a 5-speaker stereo system. In the 150-watt version, we have a 12-inch Celestion speaker, and we have 2 dual concentric speakers either side of that. Now, what's quite interesting about that is for guitar players, it actually works as a wet-dry mix. So your dry sound comes through the center speaker, which is a real guitar speaker, so you're going to get a great guitar sound. Plus, you've got the stereo effects either side. So if you're using reverbs or delays, post the amplifier, they're going to come out in stereo. So there's a lot of clarity to the sound there.
So does the guitar sound just come through the guitar driver?
No, it's going to come through
everything.
Through everything.
Right, okay.
Yeah, using clever Line 6 DSP, which was developed really with the Stagescape and the PA systems. So the Line 6 become very, very good at doing the full range flat response thing in the last few years. And now we've actually incorporated the same technology into this box. Yeah. Okay. So familiar guitar amplifier, but like I say, something that's it looks pretty cool, and the idea, the idea is, it's not going to be out of place in the home.
You kind of almost wouldn't know it's a guitar amp.
Absolutely, yeah.
And there's no Line 6 badging. It sort of sits there.
Yeah,
great.
Yeah, very
sleek.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. So the next thing that we have there is a Bluetooth speaker system. Okay, so this button over here gives us the Bluetooth. It'll actually pair it with any Bluetooth device. Cool. So if you want to play back your music library from your phone or from your laptop, once the device is paired, your sounds are going to come out through your full range, 150 watts or 75 watt amplifier, and it sounds incredible. I mean, really, putting a microphone on it in an environment like this is not going to give you the best impression, not the best impression, but the best idea of how good it sounds. But in recent tests, it's come out top with a whole load of much more expensive.
I guess that's one of the problems with modelers and things when they're running into another guitar amp, not having any control over that from Line 6. You can sort of, with this, optimise it all together. Yeah, absolutely. Like you were saying earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you've got the whole thing in one box here. So all those effects that we have in there, and all those amp models, and we definitely want to talk about that. If you're using the iOS app, let's say that's iOS, that's going to use with an iPhone or with an iPad. You've got the means to create your own sounds there, and you've got 100 different effects, 70 different amplifiers, and 20 different cabinets on there as well. So you can dial in your own sounds. You can have 8 effects at once as well. Cool. So, obviously we can't use copyrighted material.
Any of that material there.
But as I launch the app here, you'll see that what it's done is it's actually imported my iTunes library. And now, if I'll play a track, and I'll stop it before we actually get to the main bit. Now, how cool is this? I'll launch the AC/DC track. And what's happening? So I'll just stop that there. What's happened is it's actually downloaded 5 different tones from Line 6's Tone Cloud, which have been programmed to sound good with that track. Yeah. So we currently have 7,000 different tones in the Tone Cloud, but we're expecting that to grow.
Yeah, that's going to
massively.
Go crazy.
Yeah, I mean the amp came out yesterday. So it's going to go. It's going to go pretty damn fast. Yeah. Now these are user tones. So what you see in there, because as they grow massively, you're going to start to see lots and lots of tones just for this track. What you can do though is you can favourite those tones, and you actually rate those tones. So eventually, only the best tones will actually be up there at the top, and people will be publishing their own tones a lot. And if I go back to my music library. Go back to my playlist. Just try and use it. This hand doesn't work on my iPad.
Is that something you developed specifically?
It's only this hand. It's only this one that works. So I've got a bunch of different sounds in there. I mean, if I know that this isn't licensed, so maybe it's not played just yet, but you can see there's a track from the band that I play with, and we've downloaded 3 different sounds. So they haven't come from inside the iPad. They've actually, it's just hasn't loaded that up. It's searched the Tone Cloud and it's downloaded patches.
Cool. It's really quick
for that song.
Yeah,
absolutely. And then even quicker once you favourite those sounds as well. Yeah. So a high performance guitar amplifier, an amazing sounding Bluetooth streaming speaker system, and then with this iOS app, you've got complete control over designing your own patches. But more importantly, you can actually just download sounds already pre-done for you.
Cheers for that, Paul. I don't know how well that's coming through the mic, but in the room that sounds incredible. So we should have these in stock from sort of mid-late February. So come in, give one a go, see what you reckon. Cheers.